Hello students. Yesterday we were discussing how Bill and the lawyer were moving from one place to another searching Oliver Lukens, but they narrowly missed everywhere they went. Later, they had lunch on the top of the hill, and Bill or Magnuson, or we can also call him Oliver Lukens, described the people of New Mullion, and the lawyer enjoyed the company of Bill thoroughly. He enjoyed it so much so that even if he is not able to find Oliver Lukens, he loved the company. After this, they went and Bill found one of the friends of Oliver Lukens, and he informed that Oliver had gone to meet his mother at the farm, and which is 3 miles north. Now they drove out there, laying their plans to catch him finally if he is there. Now, meanwhile, as they are going, Bill is again giving some information about Oliver's mother. What he is saying is, I know Oliver's mother. She is a terror. Bill sighed. I took a trunk out there for her once, and she almost took my skin off because I didn't treat it like a box of eggs. See, she was so caring about that, and she was so particular about that, that because I did not handle it with care, she got so ruffled and she shouted at me, and she was just about to take my skin off. She is about 9 feet tall or 4 feet thick and quite and very quick as a cat. Now he is telling about the characters of the mother, that she is a tall lady. She is 9 feet and 4 feet thick. Okay, 9 feet tall and 4 feet thick. So a heavily built personality and very quick as a cat. And she is very agile too, and she sure can talk. And she can argue, she can scold, and she can rebuke you. I'll bet Oliver heard that somebody's chasing him, and he has gone on there to hide behind his mother's skirts. So, what is he actually giving here a reason that maybe because somebody might have informed him that we are searching him, and that is why he has gone to his mother to hide in the house, that or to be in the mother's protection. Well, we'll try her. Let us see if Bill is there. But you would better let me do it, boy. Again, but the same clause has been given, that it is better that you let us do it, boy. That is the lawyer. You may be great at literature and law, but you haven't had real training in swearing. So he is saying that you may be very expert, you are knowledgeable enough, you have done graduation in honors, and you are well known to literature and law. But in real life situations, how to deal with the people of the town, I am better. So let me be there just ahead you, and that will be better. I'll deal with the mother because she is already very smart and it is difficult to deal with her. We drove into a poor farmyard, and then they went into the yard of the farm. We were faced by an enormous and cheerful old woman. Enormous again, a huge size as is described already, and she is cheerful till now. My guide bravely went up to her and said, Remember me, I am Bill Magnuson, the carter and hackman. I want to find your son Oliver. Now, can you see the description? The son is giving his own description. Oliver is introducing himself as Bill Magnuson, and that also to his own mother, so that the mother understands everything and reacts in the same way. I don't know anything about Oliver and I don't want to, she shouted. Now, look here. We have had just about enough nonsense. Now, I don't know anything about Oliver and I don't even want to. This is how the mother is reacting, as though she also hates Oliver, but it is actually she's trying to pretend that she hates, and she is actually supporting Oliver in this way. Now, look here. We have had just about enough nonsense. This young man represents the court in the city. Can you understand that Bill or Oliver is introducing the lawyer here? That this man works in the court, and we have a legal right to search all properties for this Oliver Lukens. And he has brought a summon. Summon means a legal right is there to search all the properties for this Oliver Lukens. Bill made me sound very important, and the woman was impressed. Impressed, you can understand very well that this is actually a plan and they are trying to deceive the lawyer. So they have actually he has or Bill has actually introduced the mother and has informed him that he is a lawyer and he has come here to serve summons. So she has to act accordingly. Bill made me sound very important, and the woman was impressed. Okay. Then, if you don't mind getting burnt first. Okay, she retired into the kitchen and we followed. So I thought that I am considered to be important here, but and the lady went inside. She seized an iron from the old-fashioned stove and marched on us shouting. So she is behaving the same way as Bill had already warned us. She heated the iron rod and now she ran towards us. You search all you want to, if you don't mind getting burnt first. So you can only search if you are not scared of the hot iron. She shouted and laughed at our frightened retreat. So she shouted and laughed at our frightened retreat. And obviously, we would be frightened, we will be moving back. Let's get out of here. She will murder us. Who said this? Bill. Because Bill and her and his mother has already made a plan like this. Bill whispered, outside. He said, did you see her smile? She was laughing at us. Now, Bill is trying to again portray her personality that she is going to harm us. She is smiling and she is laughing, so she may be harmful to us. So it is better not to indulge with her, but get away. I agreed that it was pretty disrespectful treatment. He obviously, the lawyer also felt that the lady has been behaving in a very rough manner. We did, however, search the house. Still, we tried to search the house since it was only 1 story high. It was not a big house, just 1 story high, so we could easily search the house. Bill went round it, peering in at all the windows. Even he tried to show me that he was very careful and indulgent in the aim or motive behind it. And he tried to peer all the windows to find Lukens. But we all know that Lukens can never be found because Bill is Lukens himself. We examined the barn and stable. Barn is the place where all the cereals or the hay etc. is stored. So even in that at that place we searched, and also at the stable. Stable is a place where the horses are kept. We are reasonably certain that Lukens was not there, and he was not found. It was nearly time for me to catch the afternoon train, and Bill drove me to the station. So we have already exhausted our time, and now there is no more time. I have to catch the return train, and Bill has been very kind to even drive me to the station. On the way to the city, I worried very little over my failure to find Lukens. I was too busy thinking about Bill Magnuson. I was so fascinated about Bill Magnuson that I was not much regretting about that I failed to find Oliver Lukens. Really, I considered returning to New Mullion to practice law. And I was so fascinated about the place also portrayed by him that I even thought of settling here and practicing law here among the people who are so helpful and kind. I did not have any idea that they were actually trying to deceive me. If I had found Bill so deep and richly human, might I not grow to love Fritz and Gustav and 100 other slow spoken, simple, wise neighbors? So, what is he thinking? That it is a nice place for me to settle and to pursue my profession? Because if I like Bill Magnuson, maybe I will also like the other people living there, like Fritz, like Gustav, and like 100 other people there living very nicely, simply. They are having their own wisdom. They are slow spoken people. So I pictured an honest and happy life beyond the strict limits of universities and law firms. So what I was thinking is that these people are very honest and they are very happy people, and they are not having the kind of attitude or etiquettes as is normally seen in the cities where people are going to the universities and the other law firms. And I was very excited to go there and settle there. I had found a treasure, that means a very nice place to settle. I had discovered a new way of life. But if I did not think much about Lukens, the office did. Though we have seen that the lawyer is not paying much attention, that he was not able to find Lukens, but the law firm really required Lukens very much and they were interested in him and they wanted him. I found them all upset, and they were so upset at mine not able to find Oliver Lukens. Next morning, the case was coming up in the court and they had to have Lukens. So it was he was really required in the case, and next morning again the court opened and he was required. I was shameful, useless fool. So for them, I was completely shameful and useless. I was not able to find Lukens, and that, let us continue. That morning, my promising legal career almost came to an end before it had begun. So you can understand here that how he thought that he is not he is just satisfied with finding Bill Magnuson and the nice and honest people there, but Oliver Lukens is urgently required in the case and the firm really wants it. And because I was unsuccessful, I was a failure in this. In a way, my promising legal career even was about to end before it was actually started. Before I could become a success, I became a failure. The chief almost murdered me. He was very, very angry. He hinted that I might do well at digging ditches. And he even declared that I am of no use and better I should go and dig the ditches. Ditches we can understand, the big holes, trench kind of a structure is known as a ditch. So better I should dig the ditches. I was ordered back to New Mullion, and with me went a man who had worked with Lukens. Because I was not able to find Lukens, I was given a man who knew Lukens very well as he had worked with him. I was rather sorry because it would prevent my loafing all over again with Bill. As soon as again going to New Mullion was there, he again planned to wanted actually to go and enjoy with Bill a nice hack ride. But this man would prevent him from doing that. That means he enjoyed the company of Bill so much that he even forgot his responsibility of finding Lukens. But this man would help him out to find him. When the train arrived at New Mullion, Bill was on the station. Again, Bill was already there on the platform near his cart. Strangely enough, that old tigress, Lukin's mother, was there talking and laughing with Bill. And who was there along with Bill? The old lady, that is Oliver Lukin's mother, that has been referred as the old tigress because she is very dangerous, was also there, and she was talking and laughing with Bill and not quarreling at all. How can this sudden transformation happen? From the train steps, I pointed Bill out to my companion because I was very excited to see Bill. See, he is Bill, and said, "There is a fine fellow, a real man. I spent the day with him." And I told that I actually spent the day with this man, and he was such a nice man to spend the time. He is a very fine fellow. He is a real man. And I was pointing towards Bill. Now, this man who was there with me knew that he was not Bill but Oliver Lukens. "He helped you to hunt for Oliver Lukens?" "Yes, he helped me a lot." "He must have. He is Oliver Lukens himself. So to fool you, he helped you, to deceive you." What really hurt me was that when I served the summons, Lukens and his mother laughed at me as though I was a bright boy of 7. And this time, when I and my companion served Oliver Lukens' summon, that means Bill was actually Oliver Lukens and we served him summons, both Oliver or Bill and his mother laughed at me as though I am a small boy of 7. How innocent, how ignorant I am, how foolish I am. With loving kindness, they begged me to go with them to a neighbor's house for a cup of coffee. And again, they asked me that you can come for a cup of coffee with loving kindness. I told them about you, and they are anxious to look at you, said Lukens joyfully. "And how is Lukens laughing at me?" "He's saying that I described about you, and there are some people who want to see you, that how foolish this man is, and I was able to make him fool, that he roamed about with me whole day, but he was not able to find me," said Lukens joyfully. "They are about the only folks in the town that missed seeing you yesterday. Otherwise, everybody was able to see you and meet you personally and enjoy your foolishness, but they actually missed. So I have called them so that they can also see you and enjoy, because they have never seen a foolish like you." In this way, can you see the reality of Bill is now out here, or the reality of Oliver Lukens, that how is this his kindness, or he is deceiving, making fool of this man, and he has even invited other friends and people to have a look at such a foolish lawyer. So the reality is disclosed here, and I think the lawyer would be embarrassed, disappointed, and would never believe anybody in his life. In this way, we come to end of this chapter, where we come to know that Bill Magnuson is Oliver Lukens himself. And now, with the help of a known person only, he was able to serve summons, because he was not at all smart enough to find Oliver Lukens himself, because Oliver was smart enough to make him fool. I hope that you would have understood the chapter very well. Please try to revise the chapter, students.